let's get into this. How and when was Cambs Digital founded, and with what idea in mind? Not much. It was around 2006. I bought the domain. I was buying a few domains just a few years since graduated from industrial product design. Found some work doing rollover GIFs for the emerging mobile market. Some of the old handsets you remember with rubber keys things, and it was a burgeoning market at the time. The likes of boo.com websites were out there, and websites were in their infancy really as well. So I just started messing around building websites after doing these rollover buttons. Animation was more my thing, and I did a good solid 6 or so years animating with a technology called Flash. And so I started to build websites with Flash as well. Apple kicked the Flash player off their phones, and pretty much that was the end of that technology, which was a shame because it was very, very good. Digressing somewhat, but you get the idea where Cambs Digital kind of started then. I was building websites. I come from the county of Cambridgeshire, which is shortened to Cambs, and so it was just cambs.eu was the domain. It was quite short and punchy. We were in the EU at the time, and I went ahead and bought it. So gradually it's grown into what it is now, which is serving smaller, more boutique clients. Have a look on our website and see who we're doing stuff for. I don't do too much web design per se. I still do it. I still love doing it, but I'm just limited for time. And it is a freelance position. The way that I work, Cambs Digital is a one-man band. I'm here, but the quality and the level of expertise that you get with being one of my clients is not surpassed. There's, you get the best of hosting. I've had 20 years experience in digital now, and I just get to the point quicker. Adding to that, getting into another question, what are the core ideas and principles which I base digital marketing on for my clients? So you've got a website, you've got a digital presence, but you need to be seen, and you're not just going to appear in Google search. Other searches are available, and I advise please go ahead and check them out, because the internet is better when we do that. And the likes of Bing, Ecosia, DuckDuckGo, they care about your privacy, and of course now ChatGPT and the likes, Perplexity, can be used as search engines, and YouTube as well, obviously. So, but if somebody comes to me and they're interested in digital marketing, how would I strategize for them? You need to know the size, the budget. One of the key things you've got to find out is the long-term value of a client. It helps you to understand whether they can be profitable with a certain technique. Is this a product that somebody's going to be searching for, or this is a kind of interrupt product? So somebody doesn't know they need this product, but you put it in front of them on their mobile phone, whether that's through Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, TikTok. It just appears within their scrolling feed, and you capture their interest with something they didn't know they wanted, but they're compelled to click through and buy the product. Interruption marketing. You might also need growth marketing if you're an entrepreneur. I think a lot of people like Cambs Digital because I've built my own side businesses through my own techniques and my own learnings. Often people say, well, if you know all these things about SEO and pay-per-click, why are you selling courses? Why aren't you just doing these things? Well, I am somebody doing these things. So I've started up multiple side businesses which take a little bit of my time, but I plan around it, and they're largely passive to a degree, some more than others, and some are completely passive, affiliate marketing. And so I've got a big experience when it comes to somebody who's coming to me with a limited budget and they want to get the most bang for their buck and they want to get something that's right. It's no good sending clicks and traffic if you have no idea what the long-term value is. Can they afford to sustain this? And is it actually going to work for them? You need to get something working quick. And SEO is not going to work quick. So you need to get up there. Well, it can work quick if you get in the Google Map space, which is relatively easy to do if you know what you're doing. So that would be how to strategize for somebody coming in to the space new. What can I tell you about the e-commerce businesses that I've run? They're all my own. I was profitable for about a year with one, spent about £52,000 in ads across Facebook mostly and Instagram, and to a degree Google merchants. And so I've got experience of selling direct to consumer. I think that's the one of the easier ones to do. If you're business to business or you're selling a high ticket item, there's a lot more scrutiny is required. It requires a different sort of skill set, but you need to have the first impression that person lands on after the ad. So the ad is the very first impression. After the ad, you've still got to meet their expectations with what they clicked on from that ad. So depending on where you're getting them in the funnel, it's going to be just building an interest, and then you retarget to people, maybe get them on a list, and then retarget them. And yeah, so that would be my advice for e-commerce, is make sure you've got your conversion rates all set up, all working well. Test that things work smoothly. Have a really low friction website, which means running fast, efficient, optimized for mobile. Well, always mobile first. That's since years now. Everybody should be doing that. So I've just lost my screen. One moment. Need to read the questions. How can you help business implement AI into their work? I'm really interested in AI at the moment, and I use it daily. It's the technology is incredible, and it's learning and getting better so fast. So it's a big subject. But quickly, how would you help businesses implement AI? Well, you can help that anything that's repetitive or automated, or you're iterating over a bunch of numbers or data, that's perfect for AI. It can be creative. I'm not necessarily talking about making the videos and things like that, though it can, we've seen that it can do all of these funny videos and things, and, deep fakes. It's, there's that side of things. There's many sides of AI. And it's been around for a long time, but it wasn't until ChatGPT launched their large language model, chatgpt.com, that we all started to be wowed by it. But we were probably using it in certain spaces, email filtering, for example. But if a business, for example, uses or has the need to, I think of one use case. If somebody takes a Google Map view of somebody's units, their business, AI could theorize and do quotations based upon the spacing. So that could be automated. You could automate a checkout flow. You could use testing AI to test your checkout flow to see that nothing's broken on your website. Things like that. So I think you've always got to think about the back office more than. I'd actually steer away from putting AI in front of your customers for as long as you can, and avoid it if you can, because people don't want to talk to a machine still unless it's going to benefit them. And I'm seeing some really bad cases, so are you, where we can't talk to people in a business, and the first thing they want to thrust down our throats is AI chat. And I'm just like, human, give me a human, please, because you're not going to understand what I'm asking. And I've had some downright really bad advice from, say, I know what the issue is, but I have to chat to a hosting bot, and the hosting bot will try and answer this question. I know what the answer is, but I just need it facilitating. And they give me the wrong answer. Somebody who doesn't know what they're doing will get even more confused. So avoid putting AI in front of your customers, in a sense. I think it's back office where you're going to make the most out of it for the moment. Just going to let this jet go by. It might not. What other services do you offer? Well, digital marketing, SEO, pay-per-click agency mostly, web design, graphic design, to a degree, AI. So Python backends using AI APIs to process data would be one example of using AI. AI consulting, you need to understand what is possible with AI at the moment, limitations, getting it into your company in a sane way, so that you don't degrade on quality. That would be how I would list the services that I offer. And also conversion rate optimization for e-commerce, troubleshooting, pay-per-click audits, checking accounts, digital space. So thanks for staying with me. I hope this video is somewhat interesting, a little bit of background noise. I want to do more video work, and so yeah, thanks.